Science in a Van.
Kia ora e te whānau, it's Science in a Van here, and welcome to questions from kids that we may or may not be able to answer. Questions today come from an awesome room in Arataki school, room 20, so let's hear what they've got to ask us.
Ko te veki o tako ingoa. I wonder how snowflakes will come and how are they made?
So that is a really big question, and I don't know where to start and I don't know where to stop. But here's a few things we need to know. If we've got water here on Earth around us, it evaporates, it turns into a gas and it evaporates and it goes up to the sky. Those little droplets of water get cold and join together and form little icicles and stuff, and when they join together and get really heavy, that's what we see as a cloud. When it gets really heavy, it falls and starts to drop down to Earth, and as it falls down to Earth it gets warm and it turns into water, and that's what we experience as rain. To experience that as snow, it just needs to be really cold, so that falling down from the sky doesn't get warm enough to turn into a liquid, and that's what we experience as snow. I do say though, when we have questions and we find answers, we normally end up with more questions. So when I was thinking about this, I thought, what is the difference between snow and hailstones? And the hailstones are actually not just little icicles, they're really big bits of ice really tight together and more like frozen rain that is falling from the skies. And you might want to go and have a little look in the library or on the internet and see how large these hailstones can get.
Wori taku ingoa. Have anybody ever discovered alien technology?
What a great question. Oh my goodness. Hey, I'm not an expert in this area, but you know, Google is my friend. And according to Google, we haven't really, we don't have proof that we've had anything alien here on Earth. And I'm guessing by alien, you mean something from outer space, something that's not from Earth. But as I did a little bit of research, the most interesting thing is, you know, our oceans. We haven't explored about 80% of our oceans. So there's so many things to explore, and if we compare our oceans to outer space, it's no wonder that we haven't made contact with anybody yet, because oh my gosh, it's so big. And when you're being a scientist, you've always got to have proof, right? So all this alien stuff is very hard to prove. So there's a lot of theories out there, and theories are really fun. So maybe one day we'll have some evidence.
How fast can a rocket ship go?
That is a great question. Now, the Parker Solar Probe has reached speeds of 150 kilometers per second. 150 kilometers per second. Traveling at that speed, you'll be able to go right round the Earth in 4.5 minutes.
How do you make all of your equipment?
I love questions like that because it shows you've been looking at what we use in our show and you have an understanding that that's been made especially for the show. Now, Emily and I both love making stuff, and we just really enjoy it, and we encourage you to make stuff as well. Most of the stuff in our shows is either being made by us or repurposed by us, and Emily's going to share something that she's made with us now.
Well, made by my mother. She made our tablecloths.
Oh, yeah.
If you've ever seen us set up or pack up, we have a lot of tool boxes that aren't really full of tools. Well, they are. They're tools for us, but not tools as you
Tools of our trade.
And this is where... Oh, bye-bye, Alan.
Yep.
This is where we keep all our sound equipment and stuff. But it gets a bit crazy. There's a lot of wires. So I made this fairly recently, eh?
Yeah.
Was it over the summer, maybe? So it holds all our equipment. It didn't look that impressive, but I've sewn it up so it has pockets for batteries and cables, But the trick is to put things away properly, which I obviously didn't, oopsie. But when I do, it's absolutely perfect, and it folds up, and it just slides back into the thing. Look, I even used an old t-shirt.
There we
used
go.
to have our website on the back of our t-shirts. How times have changed. Anyway, but I am just a beginner sewer, but I'm trying to make the most of it, and I haven't really made any clothes, but I've made stuff like this. Yeah, it's cool.
Excellent. So we can only encourage you to go and make your own stuff. Do not underestimate the power of cardboard.
That's
Cardboard
true.
is a fantastic tool. Scissors and some glue and you'll be going. Also, I made these shipping containers.
Ooh.
These use pretty much material that you can get easily, and you can have a look on a description for a link to the videos on how to make your own shipping container.
And you can spend a lot of money on scientific equipment, and that's great, but you can do a lot with the L&P bottle, eh, Alan?
Oh yeah, that's right. That's what we use for our rocket for our rubber chicken Steve in our show called Move It. Kia ora ka Alan aho.
Well done. What's your question?
My question is, every time your question jar gets filled up, can you type them out and email them to us? And we will answer them.